scene straight out of a horror movie. The tent had collapsed on itself, and the bloody bodies of the 4 teenagers appeared to be wrapped up inside the tent, with 3 of them losing their lives to several stab wounds.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Back here with another YouTube video. 11:25 right now. It's late as fuck at the time that I'm recording this, so I can't be as loud, okay, or I'm going to get my ass beat.
The Lake Bodom murders are one of the most infamous unsolved homicide cases in the history of Finland. Lake Bodom is located in the town of Espoo, near the southern tip of the country. On June 4th, 1960, a group of 4 teenagers rode around the edge of the lake on their motorcycles, heading toward a small patch of woods where they planned to set up a tent and spend the weekend camping.
And they were teenagers, by the way. They was out by themselves trying to go camping in the forest. Bro, you can't do that type of shit over here, bro. In America, you will either get kidnapped, killed, or way fucking worse. Alright, there's no in between. It's one of those things. Alright, or possibly worse, the R word. But many possibilities that could, many bad, I'm talking about bad, not good, I'm talking about bad possibilities that could happen while you're going hiking in the forest as an inexperienced teenager. Just know. Just know. Like, why would you even try to put yourself through that? But at the time, back then, it probably wasn't that bad, you know, over there. But still.
Driving the motorcycles were Nils Gustafsson and Seppo Boisman, 2 18-year-old boys who had been best friends for years. Both of them had their girlfriends hanging onto them on the back of their mopeds, making for a...
These niggas had their girlfriends with them? What the fuck? What the hell? Wait, whoa, wait. These niggas had their girlfriends with them during this entire altercation? Nigga, what?
Total of 4 of them. Riding behind Seppo was 15-year-old Tuulikki Maki, who had introduced her own best friend Irmeli Jorglund to Nils just a few weeks after she started dating Seppo. And now, just a few weeks after the 2 couples had become official, they were off to welcome the summer with the couple's camping trip. As they stopped in town to pick up some beer and food, the teenagers got a few suspicious looks.
Wait, hold up. Did this nigga just say beer?
As they stopped in town to pick up some beer and
These niggas used to drink back then? What the fuck? I know they used to smoke, but drink? Nigga, are we serious? I hope he's talking about root beer. Because I know he's not talking about alcohol, you know, type of beer. Ain't no way.
The teenagers got a few suspicious looks from the locals, who thought it was strange to plan a camping trip near Lake Bodom, which was mostly used for fishing and swimming, but not so much for camping. Regardless, the teenagers soon reached the campsite, and after pitching their tent, they enjoyed a carefree evening of drinking, swimming, and fishing.
Yeah?
A little after 2 a.m., the boys crawled back into a...
Ain't nothing could go wrong with that.
Ain't nothing could go wrong with that. The following morning, the joy of the teenage dream from the previous night had been replaced by a scene straight out of a horror movie. The tent had collapsed on itself, and the bloody bodies of the 4 teenagers appeared to be wrapped up inside the tent, with 3 of them losing their lives to several stab wounds and force trauma to the head.
No!
The only survivor was Nils Gustafsson, who had been seriously injured, but somehow managed to stay alive enough time to be rescued. At around 6 a.m., a group of birdwatchers spotted the collapsed tent and caught a glimpse of a blonde man walking away from the scene. Chalking it up to a wild party the previous night, they thought nothing of it and failed to call the police. At around 11 a.m. though, a man named Esko Johansson went down to the lake to swim with his young son when he spotted the collapsed tent in a clearing. When he went over to investigate, he found the 4 teens wrapped up in the shredded tent.
Still, if you see a fucked up tent and there's blood everywhere, why would you even try to walk up to that? Just why? I get it that people are curious and shit, but still, just know. If I saw some shit like that and I saw some blood stains right by it, I'm calling the police. I'm calling 12 so quick. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
10.
Oh shit.
By the looks of it, someone on the outside had cut the guy ropes, sliced through the tent, and viciously attacked the kids in their sleeps with a knife and possibly some type of bludgeon. Interestingly, all the kids' wallets, moped keys, and even some of their clothes had been taken by the attacker.
Damn.
As he took it,
They took their shit.
in the gruesome scene, Esco suddenly saw Nils take a sharp breath and move ever so slightly. As soon as he realized the boy was alive, Esco sped back into town with his son to alert the police. Upon arriving at the campsite, the cops immediately took Nils back to the hospital to recover.
Hey, that nigga a goat for that. He a
Suffered
goat.
from serious brain injuries, Nils recalled the face of a blonde man dressed in black and red staring down at him through a hole in the tent before the attack. From his description, police were able to make a sketch of the suspect, which has since become infamous for its disturbing nature and the man's cold, lifeless stare.
What the fuck? Yo. Nigga. Bro. Why is he chopped? That nigga looks chopped. What? That's a grown ass man. That's Hey, that nigga looks like he got none to lose. He looks like he got none to lose. Alright? Hell no. Hell no. No.
Other fishermen and bystanders
No.
also reported seeing the mysterious blonde man walking in the woods in the early hours of the morning of June 5th, but the only details police really knew about him were that he was probably in his 20s and around 5'8". You would
What?
normally hope that a police investigation would help shed more light on cases like this, but
Yes.
that's not really the way things happened in the Lake Bodom murders.
What?
As soon as the Finnish police began
Are you saying that they... Hold on. Whoa. So, you're telling me that they didn't catch this nigga? Wait.
They made a series of rookie mistakes that made it even more difficult to solve an already confused...
They were both 15? Whoa. I don't want to judge, but why y'all niggas 18 dating 15-year-olds? Like, I get it, like, back then it was a little different with the, social norm with dating, but still, like, damn, bro. Freshmen? Okay.
in case, starting with the fact that they failed to put police tape around the crime scene, leading to the tape.
What? Nigga, how the fuck do you even forget it? What? How do you even forget about putting police tape over the crime scene, my nigga? I'm pretty sure that's one of the first initiations to a crime scene. Like, you police tape the entire perimeter of the crime. Like, nigga, that's common sense. What the
Including
fuck?
potential key evidence. The
What?
only relevant clues they managed to gather were Nils Gustafsson's shoes that were less than a mile away from the murder scene. Shockingly, after setting up dozens of road checkpoints in the woods, the cops ended up arresting a total of 88 criminals on Finland's most wanted list.
What?
One of them was the Lake Bodom murderer. As the investigation progressed, the cops narrowed down the list of suspects to 2. The main suspect was a man named Vala Jolstrom. Jolstrom had a history of violence towards campers, and it wasn't unusual for him to throw rocks at people who tried to set up their tents in the woods, and even
What the
put
hell?
razor blades in their apples for them to swallow.
What?
Even though he confessed to the murders to his neighbor while he was drunk, his wife provided a dodgy alibi for him, which the cops ended up believing for some reason. Some
Nigga.
sources claimed that on her deathbed, Jolstrom's wife took back her statement and confessed that she lied about the alibi, but this was never officially confirmed. Still, even if Vala Jolstrom was guilty, it would have been impossible to prove, as he took his own life in 1969 by drowning himself in a lake. The second main suspect in the case was Hans Asman, a German immigrant who had moved to Finland in the early 1950s and was 36 when the murders took place.
What?
According to police records, Asman had gone to a nearby surgical hospital the day after the crime with dirt under his fingernails and red stains on his clothes. Although he was allegedly a camp guard at a German concentration camp and was later linked to the murders of other teenagers in Finland, Hans had a rock-solid alibi for the evening of June 5th and was never arrested.
What?
With the 2 men cleared, the police only really had one lead left. During the victim's funeral, a photograph of the crowd was taken and the cops found something pretty disturbing. The image in question shows a mysterious man bearing a striking resemblance to the official composite sketch of the killer. However, after searching nearby areas for months, police were unable to find the man, and his identity remains a mystery to this day. In the absence of any more...
This nigga deadass showed up to the funeral of the children. Yo, hey, what the fuck? Hey, that is weird as fuck. That is weird. What?
Solidly.
What? Why is his forehead so damn big? Why is it so big? Nigga.
The case went cold until 2004 when the Finnish police re-examined the evidence with more modern forensic techniques.
Nigga.
Exactly 44 years after the murders, in a strange turn of events, they charged the lone survivor, then 62-year-old Nils Gustafsson, with the gruesome crimes committed at Lake Bodom. Up until he was accused, Nils had been living a quiet life as a bus driver and a married father of two, and the evidence used to build the case against him was flimsy to say the least. The prosecution alleged that he had murdered his girlfriend and two friends out of jealousy, an accusation that the victim's family supported throughout the trial. In the end, though, it was ruled that, given the severity of his injuries, it would have been impossible for Nils to murder his friends and then drop his shoes off about a mile from the campsite. In 2005, Nils was acquitted of all charges and was awarded the equivalent of $60,000 for damages caused to his image by the media. The identity of the murderer is still a mystery, and to this day, the spot where the three teens were brutally murdered is still used as a camping ground.
Nigga!